What's happening, everybody? Welcome to your next days full of workout, fun, frivolity, and excitement. Chop, chop, chop. Doing big things. Know what I'm saying? Anyway, here's your workout for today. Real quick, let's talk about the protocol inside of all your sections of work. This way you at least understand kind of what we're looking for with each specific section. So, with that, what you guys have is you have 1, 2, 3 sections of exercise with a fun 4-minute finisher for today. So what you're doing is you have 2 exercises inside of each section, okay? Now the first section of exercise is 4 sets of 6 on each side for both exercises. The goal with this one is to make sure that you're doing as close to full range of motion as you can with as heavy of an implement as you can. That doesn't matter. I'm not asking you to do like 20, 25, 30, and 35. Like I said, if you can only do 10, that's fine. The pounds, that's what I mean to say. If you can only do 10 pounds, only do 10 pounds. If you can only do 5, then only do 5. The idea is to push yourself within your specific, like I said, you are the only one that knows how you feel and how you're supposed to be performing these exercises. All I'm trying to do is provide you a guideline or a skeleton that allows you to add the muscle, add the routine, and push yourself in those specific positions. So, with that, like I said, the first section of exercise, you have 4 rounds, 6 reps each. That's your first section. The next section of exercise you guys have is it's 3 sets, 10 on each side or 10 total. Depends, like this one, it's 10 on each side for both exercises. And then inside of the second section of exercise is 3 rounds, same thing again. 10 on each side for the first exercise, and then 10 total for the last exercise. And then once you guys are done with all that fun stuff, the last thing that you are going to do is you have 1 exercise. It's 8 rounds worth of work, 20 seconds work with a 10-second break. You're going to do all 8 rounds of that, or you're going to do, just that specific exercise 8 times, working 20, taking a break 10. You go through that system 1 time, and then you're done for the day. You guys ready for the explanations? I am, so you must be ready too. Here we go. Yeah. Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen you guys. Oh yeah, it's literally just like a second or 2. Anyway, on to the show. So, what you guys have going on in the first section of exercise is a hand plank with a row, and then the other exercise you guys are performing inside of this section as well is a single leg deadlift. And like I said, with this, the idea is all you need, like I said, the heft of the weight is dependent on you, the individual. So if it's only 10 pounds, that's fine, only do 10 pounds. If it's 5 pounds, do 5. If you can do 25 or 30 or 35, please do one of those weights. That's just whatever's most comfortable for you, that doesn't break down your form. Like, it doesn't hurt you to do it. So the first thing we like to say is hand plank with a row. Let me grab an implement, because as always, I'm kind of ridiculous and I don't grab anything. I'm like a silly banana. All right, so here's the weight I'm going to use to show you guys what to do. I'm going to grab a bench. Oh God. All right, so bench, weight, here we go. So the first thing you have is, like I said, hand plank with a row. So the idea is you're getting into the push-up position, excuse me for bringing work. So you're getting yourself into the hand plank position, and then your goal is 1 hand at a time, 6 on one side, switching it out, same thing, 6 on the other side. If it's too much to do from the ground, like you can't do it from your knees or your toes on the ground, that's okay. Then what I want you to do is the same thing. You're just going to do it from an elevated position. So you put a bench or a chair, and then the same thing, 6 on one side, switching it out, 6 on the other side. So once you're done with that exercise there, biggity bam, we're going to move on to the next exercise, which is a single leg deadlift. So with this, the hand with the weight, so yeah, you're going to put the weight in one hand. I like to say hand with the weight. Weight in one hand. Now, you're going to start with your feet pretty much underneath your hips. So your feet are going to be directly underneath your hips, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to prop that heel up, keeping your knees side by side. Doesn't mean they have to be locked together, I just mean they're in the same line. That's the idea. So if you can see from the front, we'll show you from the side. where, like I said, my knees are still in line with each other. It's just I'm propping up my foot in order to make sure I maintain a pretty decent balance. So then from here, I'm just going to push my hips back and stand up straight. Doing 6 on one side, switching it out, switch hands, switch your lever foot, 6 on the other side. If that's too much to do, like the weight is too much, that's cool, drop the weight. And then what you're going to do from here, you're still going to prop the foot up, so you're focusing on just one side at a time. You're just going to reach forward, pushing your hips back, and then stand up straight. You're doing 6 on one side, propping up the foot, 6 on the other side. That's it for section 1. Now that we're done with that, let's go to section 2. Now it's time for section 2. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. So what you guys have inside of section 2 now is you have 2 exercises. This time what you're doing is you're breaking it down into 3 rounds, 10 on each side. That's what we're focusing on here. So the first exercise we're looking at is a single arm clean. You can do this, like I said, the idea is to do this with a weight. Now, 2 things about the single arm clean. The first thing about the single arm clean is I'm going to show you the version that I'm looking for, and making sure that the weight stays close to the body. Because a lot of times what happens is people grab it and then they sling the weight too far forward. So we'll start here, and then the weight will be out here, and then you pull it in. The idea is to be here and then keep the weight close to the body. So it's almost like you're jerking your elbow underneath the weight in order for it to land and hold properly at the top. So the idea is you're here, starting between the knees, and then it's up, elbow underneath, and then back down. Up, tuck your elbow, back down. Up, tuck your elbow. Doing 10 on one side, switching it out. Same thing. Up, tuck your elbow, 10 on the other side. Now looking at it from the side, you can see where it's here. So using my knees as a guide, I'm keeping the weight super close to my body. I'm not letting it go all the way out and then landing it up. So you're here, and then here, you're doing 10 on each side. If it's too much to do, like I said, this does require a weight or something to put inside of your hand. And like I said, you don't have to use a kettlebell like I did. Don't bang up your wrist. Like I said, if it hurts too much, that's okay. Usually I show everybody how to do it with a dumbbell, so the weight's stable and you don't have to worry about banging on anything. So once you've done the 10 on each side of that, the next thing you guys are going to do is, like I said, a seesaw overhead press for 3 sets, 10 on each side. Now with this one, I can show you without weight actually. So you're going to start both hands here. Now, one hand up, one hand down. The idea is as one arm is coming down, you're pushing the other arm up at the same time. So it's here. So you're always kind of meeting in the middle. As you can see with my hands, at some point they always meet in the middle. Excuse me. And this is going to allow you, like I said, to kind of go through it like this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use tuna cans or peanut butter jars or kittens or babies or cabinets or a refrigerator. I don't know. Find what you need. Grab a bag and shove a bunch of stuff inside of a bag, and then get like 2 bags. You know, whatever you need to do for using weights in one and either hand. And the goal of this is not so much about the weight, but it's actually about the motion of the exercise. So making sure that you, 1, brace your ab, start off one hand up, one hand down, and then like I said, as one's coming up, the other one's coming down. So this way it's more like a seesaw instead of like an alternating overhead press where there's always a stopping point. That's the difference between the alternating and then a seesaw. So those are your 2 exercises there, guys. Once you guys have completed those, get done with that, then we move on. Section 3. Yeah. Section 3. Let's do this. Yeah. All right, now that I've sufficiently, like, completely skeeved you out and made you feel super cringy about what I'm doing here, we're going to make it less professional for the rest of the workout. So the first thing you guys have in the 3rd section of exercise is a half kneel, low to high chop. So what you're doing is you're going to grab a weight implement or a bag of groceries or a book bag, anything, because the idea is the last section of exercise, we're really trying to work the stomach area with anti-rotational movements. That's the point. So the first thing you're doing is, like I said, you're doing a half kneeling, low to high chop. So starting off with one knee on the ground and then one knee up. The idea here is you're going to push the hip forward, brace the ab, and then what you're doing is you're just moving the implement from here to the shoulder, hip to shoulder, with your arms fully extended out in front of you. Let's show you from the other side. So showing you from the other side, so you can see from the side how it looks. You're starting from hip, and as you can see, I'm keeping my arms straight and then back down. Out, back down, making sure the hip is pushed forward slightly. You're going to do 10 on each side. If it's too hard on your knees to be down on the ground, we can always grab our handy dandy bench and still do the same thing. So what you're going to do is you can do it from the sitting position. You're going to bring your knees together and just start from the hip, shoulder, making sure that you keep this as tight as possible. It's not about sucking it in, it's actually about pushing it out and making the entire abdominal tight. You do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side, and then you're good with that. Now, the last exercise. So what you're doing from here is what's called a walkout. So, here, let's move the bench out of the way a little bit. So what you're doing here is you're going to start off from the standing position, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to bend over at the hip, keeping your legs straight, and the idea is to walk out to the push-up position, and then walk yourself back in. Walk out to the push-up position, and then walk yourself back in. Cool. Now, if it's too much to try and do that on the ground and back, we'll bring in our handy dandy bench. Handy dandy bench. Here we go. So what you're going to do from here, same thing, keep your legs straight, and then what you're going to do is just handy dandy walk your bench out to the push-up position, and then walk yourself back in. Let's show you from the side. So we'll kick this bench over like this, show you from the side here. So now you see from the side where I keep my legs straight, and then I just bend over, walk myself out to the push-up position, and then walk myself back up. Back and forth, 3 sets of 10. That is section 3. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, stop each individual section, go back to the beginning of it, and then look at it, review it. Still have questions, hit me up, and we'll go from there. But now that you're done with section 3 and you're done with the explanation, let's finish. Yeah. Okay, guys, now that you're done with sections 1, 2, and trace, what you're going to do now is you guys are going to, let's push this bench back a little bit. What you guys are going to do now is you guys are actually going to come in and now you're going to do the finisher. What you're going to do is you're going to set a timer. As a general rule, because you're probably watching this on your phone or on your computer, I'm going to suggest that you guys get a timer for either one, both the phone or the computer. You can download any version of it. I have a Tabata timer. That's what mine is called. You can get an interval timer on your phone through Apple, through the Google Play Store. All those places have one for free. And you're going to set your intervals at 20 seconds work with a 10-second break for 8 total rounds or cycles. I don't know which one they use on those apps. So the idea with this one is you're going to do lateral shuffle with the jump squat. So using my bench kind of sort of as a guide, what you're going to do is you're going to start off on one side of the bench or one side of the couch, whichever one you want to use, and then you're going to shuffle to the other end, and then when you get to the other end, you're going to do a quick jump squat, and then you're going to shuffle back over to the other end, jump squat, back and forth for 20 seconds. If it's too much to do a jump squat, that's okay. Don't jump squat, just do a regular body weight squat. So use body weight squat, shuffle over, body weight squat. Now, if it's too much to shuffle, that's cool too. You can always just sidestep it. That's not a big deal. Like I said, the idea is the motion of the exercise, not so much exactly how you do it. So, and then squat. If it's too much to do body weight squats like that, you can always use your bench or your couch, and then just squat, walk over to the other end of the couch, squat. There you go. 3 versions, 1 cool exercise, 20 seconds work with a 10-second break. That's your exercise protocol for today, guys. Thank you always for watching all the fun stuff that we do here at Titanium Training LLC. All I ask you to do as we do these things for free is to like, comment, share, subscribe, rate, review, all the fun things I need you to do in order to help continue creating content, making the content better, smoother, stronger, lighter, faster, however we need to do it. But I can't do that unless you talk to me about how it's going. Am I doing an okay job? Do I suck at this? Am I amazing? Am I horrible? Does my voice annoy you? Should I shut up? Whatever, figure it out. But like I said, I can't do anything unless you give me some feedback. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, as much as humanly possible, enjoy your workouts, enjoy everything that you do. You know how to hit me up. You can hit me up on here. You can hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up on Instagram. Hey, let's stop for a second. Since you guys are watching this on the YouTube channel, please take a second, watch the YouTube channel. Go back, you can look at any workouts that I've talked about before, and I explain each one of those there. And like I said, subscribe, because I just keep every day for like at least 6 days a week, I'm going to put a brand new workout up there. Now, once you subscribe to it, obviously, try to get a notification. It's going to tell you every time I have one. And also, the other thing is too, on the YouTube page at the bottom of every workout, I'm going to start putting links to our Facebook page and our Instagram page. So if you guys want to follow us there for more content and other things that we have going on, like I said, I have motivational stuff up there. We write the workout for the day and things of that nature. I'm going to try and add more content as we go. But like I said, I'll add links on here so you guys can continue to follow us on those platforms as well, so you can keep up with all the latest and the greatest in the news that makes us Titanium Training. I'm Brian. I'm the best coach. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm just a good coach. I do all right. So I'm Brian, Titanium Training LLC, Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Enjoy your workout, and thanks for watching.